suspicious to me how many takes we need of this.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hilarious Big Bang Theory bloopers.
I'm sorry. We have the rest of our lives to drag stuff up out of batter. You want to play a game of who's more desperate with me? Because you're in the big leagues now, bucko!
Boo! Okay, you know what you sound like? Babies. Two whiny babies.
For this list, we'll be looking at outtakes and oopsies from the Big Bang Gang. Comments are never a mistake, so leave one below. Number 10, Raj and the Pickle. When the guys went to the North Pole, there were two big things that happened.
So we slept together naked. It was only to keep our core body temperatures from plummeting.
First, Leonard, Raj, and Howard faked the results of Sheldon's experiment so as to make him stop being such a, to put it nicely, dictator. And second, the night the heat went out and they all slept together naked. And although they agreed to never speak of it again, Raj mentions it once more over lunch in the cafeteria.
Well, we'll always have the night the heat went out.
However, in one of the takes that didn't make it to air, Kunal Nair follows up his line with a way too intimate moment with a pickle.
We'll always have the night the heat went out.
The best part is that, based on his reaction, it really looks like it was unintentionally sexual, which makes it even funnier, don't you think? Number 9, Johnny woke up early. There are two parts to a blooper. There's the mess up itself, and then there's the reaction to said mess up.
Want some French toast?
It's oatmeal day.
I tell you what, next French toast day, I will make you oatmeal.
Dear Lord, are you still going to be here on French Toast Day?
And in the case of this one on our list, it's the latter that makes this one so good. In the scene, Penny is making French toast while Sheldon is informing her that it's oatmeal day.
Morning.
Look, Leonard, Penny made French toast.
Sorry, I haven't given her your schedule yet.
It's an iCal download. She can put it right in her phone.
Leonard is supposed to walk in after they get through their interaction. However, in this outtake, Johnny Galecki walks in before he's supposed to, which gets a "Hello, Johnny" from actress Kaylee Cuoco.
French toast?
It's oatmeal day.
Hi, Johnny.
I woke up a little early this morning.
This is fun, but it's Johnny's explaining the reason for his premature entrance that gets the biggest laugh from us. Number 8, Crappy Cars.
Okay, everybody. Who's ready for a scavenger?
Sometimes it isn't the actor's fault when a scene goes wrong. Sometimes it's the props, as was the case with two different car props during the filming of the great Season 7 episode, The Scavenger Vortex. As teams of two scour the city of Pasadena for clues, they usually go from one location to another in cars. But before they go anywhere, they have to put on their seatbelts, safety first.
To the planetarium!
Let's go!
To the tar pits!
Let's go!
This is usually a pretty simple task, but not always.
To the planetarium!
Let's go!
And while Jim Parsons and Cuoco give up pretty easy, Galecki and Melissa Rauch give those seatbelts everything they have.
To the tar pits!
Let's go!
Number 7, Al Pacino.
Mother! Is that you? Your little boy is coming home.
Actor Simon Helberg, who plays Howard Wolowitz, does some great impressions, and his skills are put on full display when he's the dungeon master for a game of Dungeons and Dragons. While Nick Cage and Christopher Walken also make appearances, in this particular scene, it's Al Pacino that takes over when Howard tells the girls they can join the game.
Fungus that looks suspiciously like Al Pacino rises from the forest floor and says, "You're playing D&D. You're playing D&D. This whole apartment!"
In fact, he takes over so well that Simon just can't make it through the speech before cracking himself and the rest of the gang up. You can see in the version that made it to air that he doesn't pause quite as long before getting that last line in there.
You're playing D&D. You're playing D&D. This whole apartment is playing D&D.
Number 6, not easy to lift.
Okay, let's do it.
Leonard and Penny's first wedding wasn't exactly the joyous event that many fans had hoped for. Not only did they run off and get married in Vegas without any of their friends, but also on the way there, Leonard admitted to having kissed another girl a couple years back while they were together.
You promise you're okay with everything from the car?
Oh my God, would you stop bringing it up?
You're sorry, I'm right. No, I'm sorry.
Upon their return to Pasadena, the couple angrily go to their separate apartments. Or at least they're supposed to be angry, especially after Leonard insults her.
I may not have been entirely faithful, but you are not easy to lift.
But in this outtake, Kaylee Cuoco wasn't able to make it into the apartment without laughing.
I may not have been entirely faithful, but you are not easy to lift.
Number 5, putting VapoRub on Amy.
You want to rub something on my chest?
Yes. All over it.
In the season 6 episode, The Fish Guts Displacement, Amy gets sick and Sheldon takes care of her by, among other things, rubbing VapoRub on her chest. While the act is purely practical, for Amy it has more sensual undertones as her reaction makes pretty obvious. However, you might have also noticed that the scene cuts away pretty quickly.
You may notice some tingling.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
One of the reasons for that may be because Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik had some problems getting through it with straight faces. In this great outtake, you can see Bialik winking at Parsons, who tries at first to avoid eye contact so as not to crack up. Number 4, Indiana Jones' love child.
I was thinking of dressing up as Indiana Jones's mocha-skinned love child. Indian Jones.
Try saying that 5 times fast. Or in the case of Kunal Nair, just try saying it once correctly.
I was thinking of dressing up as Indiana Jones's... right from there. I was thinking as dressing up as Indiana Jones. I'm sorry, guys.
And that's only once they can get past the opening line of the scene about the fedora without Parsons or Helberg cracking up. We don't know how many takes it took to get through this entire thing, but we're glad they finally did, because we have to admit it's a funny line.
I was thinking as there's no as. I was thinking of dressing up as India.
And it made for a great blooper as well, so 2 birds.
I was thinking of dressing up as Indiana Jones's mocha-skinned love child, Indian Jones. I have to say that again, don't I?
Number 3, I love science.
Agree to disagree. That's what I love about science. There's no one right answer.
Penny's ex-boyfriend Zach was the good-looking, kind-hearted, but not too bright guy that Penny often rebounded back to between her various breakups from Leonard.
You know, I saw this great thing on the Discovery Channel. Turns out that if you kill a starfish, it'll just come back to life.
Was the starfish wearing boxer shorts? Because you might have been watching Nickelodeon.
And over the years, we came to expect Zach's mistakes when it came to science and his understanding of it. But not all mistakes are created equal, as this outtake makes evident.
We won't bore you with the details.
Are you kidding? I love science. Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Mike deGrasse Tyson.
You see, in this scene, Zach is supposed to mess up Neil deGrasse Tyson's name, but actor Brian Thomas Smith messes it up wrong. It's still very funny, but not how the writers wanted it to be.
Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Mike deGrasse Tyson.
Number 2, Raj and Howard singing. When Raj and Howard form their band Footprints on the Moon to perform at the comic book store, the first song they write together is the funny and very catchy Thor and Dr. Jones.
Thor's hammer miss. It was Avenger versus archaeologist.
and although we love it, their friends aren't as fond of it, as you can see by their unimpressed looks during and after the guy's performance. In this musical outtake, Howard and Raj try to add some high-pitched harmonies to the performance.
One plays with lightning, the other plays with...
And while no one can keep it together for that version, you can catch a shot of Penny laughing even during the performance that made it into the show. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Spanking.
Get over my knee. Let's begin.
Oh my.
In the original script, Sheldon spanking Amy was supposed to be done off camera, with the scene cutting away to shots of the monkey in her apartment. However, that was eventually changed and the punishment was moved on screen.
Excuse me, you're not supposed to be enjoying this.
Then maybe you should spank me harder.
Maybe I will.
Spankings can cause different emotions and feelings, but let's be honest here, laughter is usually not one of them, unless you're Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik.
Oh my.
As Parsons said, quote, "It was one of the hardest things we ever had to do because I found it tremendously amusing, as you can see from these amazing bloopers."
Oh my.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Action.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.